This is my story and my truth. I haven't taken out the trash in my own home in over 15 years. That's right. Somebody else does. My mother, my brother, a visitor, whoever comes to my house, and I just ask them to take out the trash. Now it's that I don't like doing any dirty work, but when I was 14, my mother left to work and she assigned my brother and I to clean the house. But my brother was too busy watching TV. For some reason, the men in my culture think that they could just sit back and watch the woman do all the work. But this day, I had had enough. I went to the TV and I turned Dragon Ball Z off, and then I went outside to go take out the trash. When I got back, I realized the front door was locked. I looked at the window and I realized that it was open. So I took the screen off and tried to jump in head first, but my brother ran to the window, grabbed me by the shoulder, and pushed me off. He pushed me so hard that my right shoulder dislocated. My mother didn't get home to a clean house. She got home to me crying on the porch and crying for my life. She then took me and my aunt to the hospital. She was afraid of what Child Protection Services would say and the hospital, so she left me during one of the most painful experiences of my life. She couldn't hold my brother accountable. She couldn't stand up for me. And she couldn't make sure I was okay. Those are the traits I learned as a woman. So later on in life, when I was in a relationship with an abusive man, I couldn't stand up for myself. I couldn't hold him accountable. I was afraid of what would happen to him. But all the fancy dinners and nice trips, beautiful gifts didn't mean anything, because behind closed doors, he was a different person. The days I couldn't get out of bed, I wasn't just being a lazy dog. I had postpartum depression. And no, I didn't belong in a mental hospital. When I heard those words, it was then that I realized I didn't belong with this man. I had had enough of the abuse, enough of the suffering. I had everything I thought I needed: a nice house, financial security, a family. Yet, I was at the lowest point of my life. And it was then that I realized God didn't bring me into this world just to suffer, and I had a greater purpose. I finally grew the courage to get up and leave. I didn't have any direction, but I knew that I was going to be okay. And I was a good person. I had always been labeled as an angry woman. And of course, I'm fucking angry. All my life, I've been used and abused, mistreated. Of course, I'm gonna be angry. And I'm sure there's many other women who have experienced the same. Being with a person who just takes and takes, doesn't even let you speak, doesn't let you finish your sentence, tells you you're wrong before you even finish speaking. You know, and there's some women who have even been raped and sexually assaulted by the very men in their home who are supposed to protect them. We've grown up living in a house with fear. It's no wonder we're afraid to take risks in life and stand up for ourselves, have confidence and the courage to do whatever we want. And that's not all. That's not all. There's many other stories of so many women who have experienced the same. But that weight we carry, that weight isn't ours. It's the generational trauma that unfortunately was instilled in our mothers and now in us. And we need to set ourselves free. We need to be the ones to stand up and speak up for ourselves, because we're always taught to worry about everybody else but us. It's time we take action, speak with confidence, get up, and go run with the wolves. Turn our anger into fire and burn every single obstacle that comes our way. And I'm not talking about simply raising the glass ceiling. I'm talking about burning down every single wall and reaching endless possibilities. We may be angry, but we're not afraid.